It definitely was the Luka game. Folks, we have an association video for you here today on the SMT Media Network. Like and share, subscribe for more. All right, let's talk Lakers versus Nuggets. And the Lakers put a beat down on the Nuggets. And actually, from the very beginning, you could tell that the energy from the Lakers was just different. And it was going to make a huge impact on the rest of the game. So from the onset, I saw the Lakers were really punching above their weight offensively. They came out making shots. Luka looked really aggressive early. He was finding teammates. We saw teammates that were moving without the ball. Especially I saw LeBron, with the fast break points. Luka dishing to LeBron on lobs. Luka making distance threes, feeling confident, getting up and down the floor. It all looked really, really good. And then with respect to the rest of the guys from the Lakers, Rui gave you a lot. 21 points, 7 to 12 shooting, 4 of 9 from 3. And then off the bench, of course, nothing, right? But the usual suspects for the Lakers. It was, Luka, who I think he had 32 points on 10 of 22 shooting, 4 of 9 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. And he also threw in 4 steals and had a block. He was really active defensively. That's something that I saw definitely making some crucial plays, defending fast breaks, right? Like those are supposed to be easy buckets for the offense when you talk about the NBA, but he was really, really effective. And, I'll talk more about the team defense, but LeBron, 11 of 19 shooting, the way he was able to get his 25 points was really important because it involved him being off the ball. And we know that if the Lakers are going to win, it's going to be with LeBron more times than not off the ball because the ball dominant nature of Luka Doncic as a point guard, right? So it was a perfect storm. Everything that played out offensively is exactly what I think the Lakers need to see. Maybe not what LeBron wants to see. I know that, he's got the mindset that he's the alpha. He wants to be the offensive creator. But Luka Doncic is their 25-year-old star that they just traded for. And LeBron is in the twilight of his career. It's not something that really needs to become an issue. I think he needs to be understanding of it and just let the team win via Luka as their offensive creator, whether it's creating for himself or creating for other teammates. With respect to Austin Reeves, another shining point in the game, 23 points in 33 minutes, 7 of 13 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw. He threw in 7 dimes, right? So, not a LeBron game. LeBron was really effective. He played a very nice game. And I'll speak to the turnovers or the lack thereof. 1 turnover for Bron, 1 turnover for Luka. As a team, the Lakers had 8 turnovers. And then Bron throwing in the 3 blocks, doing what the team needed for the team to win. This was a really, really nice game. Collectively, you got points from Rui, you got points from Austin Reeves, Luka shining, LeBron playing off the ball. This is the formula for the Lakers to win moving forward. Regardless of what anybody else thinks, regardless of what a player's personal preferences are, this is how the Lakers are going to win moving forward. This was a Luka game. This was not a Bron game. This was Bron being off the ball, not being the primary ball handler, not having to be the only person to create shots or create shots for teammates. It's a much more balanced approach. And I think that's more of what the Lakers are going to be doing moving forward to get wins, because they beat a Nuggets team that's very, very good. A team that's been really hot for the last couple of months. Speaking of the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon gave you 24 in a losing effort. He had an effective game. Didn't really make much of a difference. Michael Porter Jr., 13. Jamal Murray gave you 19. It wasn't enough. It may seem like that's decent, but it wasn't enough. Not in this game. And then Christian Brown gave you 10 points. Almost nothing off the bench with the exception of Russell Westbrook, who in 24 minutes scored 17 points. He was pretty active, just not enough. The Lakers they took care of the ball, offensively, and the Nuggets just couldn't consistently produce offense as the Lakers were. And actually, I want to speak to this. I want to give JJ Redick credit, or whoever from the coaching staff decided they were going to play Nikola Jokic a certain way. What they did was the team defense on Joker involved basically when Luka was getting near the paint, they would start crowding him, right? They would get very tall. They would get their hands active, swipe for the ball, put their hands up, block his vision, do whatever. try to disrupt passing lanes where, Joker was trying to create. And they were swarming once he got there into the paint. And they were deflecting passes. They were frustrating him. He was visibly bothered by some of the play from the defense, from the Lakers. I think he had 6 turnovers. Jamal Murray had 5 turnovers. Guys, those 2 players, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, had 11 turnovers combined. The Lakers had 8. That's the type of game this was. It was 2 completely different outcomes for these teams. I think the game plan of giving help defense whenever Joker got into the paint, sending the doubles, the active hands, the physical nature of how they play the defense led to this win. So you don't often hear me giving credit to JJ Redick as a coach, but if this was his game plan, he deserves a lot of credit, and I think the execution showed. And then when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, same kind of deal. This is going to be the formula for this team. If they're beating the Nuggets, and they're capable of beating the Nuggets, and it shows you what Luka can do, I mean, this bodes well for their playoff hopes down the rest of the line. The Western Conference is stacked, right? Top 5 teams, top 4 teams are solidified. They're there, right? It's the Rockets, it's the Grizz, it's the Thunder. The Nuggets are there, but the Lakers want to be there too. And they've got a star that's going to propel them into the playoffs. This is how the team is going to have to play. They're going to have to be good defensively. We've seen how bad they were against the Jazz, right? We saw them struggle against the Blazers, barely pulling out a win. This team needs to play like this. I would watch this film very specifically if I was JJ Redick and the Lakers staff and say, we need to do more of this game in and game out. And unfortunately, for the Bron stands out there, for the Bronophiles, for the Bron Knights, for the Bron Thongs, it's going to mean him kind of taking a slight back seat. There's going to be moments where LeBron gets to run the offense. Nobody's saying he's not going to. But it's going to be the Luka show for about 35 to 38 minutes a game, especially down the wire. You probably want Luka having the ball. There's no more dynamic player offensively on that team than him. And it's not even close. But great game for the Lakers. Really solid win. I love the way they played. If they can string some wins together, playing this style of basketball, I think they can do some damage and they can move up the standings, actually. And when I look forward here, they're 34-21 currently. They're just a couple of games behind the Nuggets for what it's worth. What we can do is we can look down the line and see who they're playing. They've got the Mavericks on Tuesday. They've got the Wolves on Thursday. And then they've got the Clippers. They're hosting them on Friday. It's possible they can get a couple of wins for sure. And then the schedule gets a little bit easier. And, the Pelicans are a much easier matchup, I'd say. But then they've got the Clippers, the Knicks, and then they've got a tough game at the Celtics. And then they get and then we can kind of start looking at them in the month of March as they round out into the playoffs. But we'll see. Still a work in progress. You need to see this consistently from the Lakers in order for them to be a serious contender out west. It's tough out there. But great game for Luka, great game for LeBron and the Lakers. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the year for them.